orange numbers?
That's called a California license plate, and it's registered, or it was, in 1968 to a corporation known as NBC. Wait a minute. There's something more. Computer isn't sure, but it thinks this NBC used to manufacture.
Could that be some sort of illusion, Mr. Spock?
There's no illusion, Captain. Scanner readings indicate two life forms inside this craft.
Mr. Sulu, increase speed to warp factor 8.
But sir, it's only for most extreme emergencies. The ship can't take it.
You heard my order, Mr. Sulu.
Aye, aye, sir.
Captain's log. Stardate 3615.6. On a routine delivery of medical supplies to Earth Colony 9. We're being chased through space by an automobile 3 centuries old. Owned by a company that manufactured cookies. Though it all seems silly, if it weren't for this feeling of dread that haunts me, this sense of impending doom.
They're right behind us, Captain.
Let's lose them, Mr. Sulu. Prepare for evasive action. Helm hard to port. Hard to starboard. Hard to port.
Frankly, Captain, I'm exhausted.
Me too. Stabilize, Mr. Sulu.
Look, Captain, it's no use. We can't shake them.
We'll give them a fight they won't forget. All hands, man your battle stations. This is not a drill. Red alert. Man your battle stations. Red alert.
Phaser's locked on target, sir.
Captain, you can't.
Stand by to fire.
Phaser standing by, sir.
Captain, we don't know who the aliens are or what they want. To kill them without anything would be illogical.
Fact, Mr. Spock. We do not know their intention. Fact, I'm responsible for the lives of 430 crewmen. And fact, I can't take any chances. Fire main phasers. I said fire main phasers.
I'm trying, sir. Nothing is happening.
Lock and arm photon torpedoes, Mr. Sulu.
They're not working either, Captain.
Deflectors up.
Captain, the helm does not respond. The controls are dead.
We're slowing down, Captain. We're stopping.
Bridge to engine room. Acknowledge.
Scotty here, Captain.
What in blazes is going on, Scotty?
I don't know, Captain. We're losing power and I don't know why.
Well, do something, man. Go to manual overdrive. Cut to auxiliary systems.
Saints preserve us, Captain, but even the emergency systems are out.
Well, fix it, Scotty. I don't care how, but fix it. The lives of 430 crewmen stand in the balance. Kirk out.
Life support systems are still operative, Captain.
For how long, Mr. Spock? For how long? Lieutenant, inform Starfleet of our situation.
All communications are dead, Captain.
We'll keep trying.
Jim, I
Spit it out, man. Come on.
Jim, the aliens, Jim. They boarded the ship. They're coming this way.
But how? How? Did they beam on board? Did they suddenly materialize? How did they get here?
They just stepped out from behind the curtains.
Describe them, Doctor.
Well, there are 2 of them, humanoid in appearance. They're bipeds, and they have sort of drab clothing, except that around the neck of the leader is a brightly colored piece of cloth.
Is there anything else odd about their clothing?
I'm a doctor, not a tailor, damn it. I don't know. But yes, there was something strange. They spoke English. They spoke English, Jim. They'll be here in seconds. I can hear them coming up the turbo lift. We've got to do something.
All right. We'll be ready for them. I'm Captain James C. Kirk of the Starship Enterprise, representing the United Federation of Planets.
Hi, I'm Herb Goodman, head of programming for the network.
Stand back. I will not hesitate to shoot.
Can I have your attention, please? Please, I need some attention. Curtis, will you turn the sound effects down? I'd like everybody's attention, please. I have an announcement to make. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, due to the low Nielsen ratings, we at NBC have decided to, unfortunately, cancel Star Trek.
Fired my command.
My On your way out, you can pass the cashier's desk and pick up your check.
Set Pages is done. Fire!
Nothing's happening, Jim. I can't understand it.
Well, look, boys, do me a favor and return these things to the property department, okay?
Try kill.
They're still not working, Jim. They're still not working.
Most peculiar, Captain. I can only assume that they possess some sort of weapons deactivator, in which case I shall merely render him unconscious with my famous Vulcan nerve pinch.
Of course, if it was up to me, you could keep them, give them away as souvenirs to the kids, whatever. But we're planning to market a complete line for merchandising. We need to send them to Taiwan to be copied. It's nice material, isn't it? You can't buy. And also, yes, Nimoy, I'm sorry, we'll have to take your ears back too.
We're on a 5-year mission to explore space. We've only been out here for 3 years.
All right, it's the Nielsen's. If it was up to me, my kids like it.
Wait, what are those Nielsen's the alien keeps talking about, Mr. Spock?
If I remember my history correctly, Captain, Nielsen's were a primitive system of estimating television viewers once used in the mid-20th century.
Man, we're meant to fly eat a better rating. Is that what you're saying, Mr. Goodbody? I've had enough of this. George, Michelle, let's go. I'm going to tie one on.
I'm with you, Kelly.
I think I'll just go home. Wait, that's it, Dr. McCoy.
Bill, forget it. It's lost. It's all over. Leonard, you're coming. Lay off, Joker.
Wait a minute. Mr. Spock, we have yet to try the Vulcan mind meld, where you actually enter the alien's mind, meld with his intelligence, and read his thoughts.
I entered Mr. Goodman's mind while you were talking to Dr. McCoy, Captain, and it was all dark and empty in there, and there were little mice in the corners. I kept bumping my head on the ceiling. I don't know.
Spock!
I'm all right, Captain.
All right. What do you think, Curtis? You think we can sell any of this junk to Lost in Space?
Well, man, it all comes apart. Hey, get away from there. Hey, right on, Buck Rogers. Is that an automobile? Look, no.
Okay, boys, let's go. Now, take it on up.
No! I can't let it end like this. No, I am the commander of the ship. I give the orders around here. It is my ship. I give the commands. I am responsible for the lives of 430 crewmen. And I will not let them down. There must be some way out.
You're becoming quite emotional, Captain. Needless to say, my trained Vulcan mind finds such open displays of emotion distasteful. Emotion, you see, interferes with logic. It is only by dealing with the problems in a logical, scientific fashion that we can arrive at valid solutions. Now, with regard to the alien takeover of the Enterprise, I would suggest that we seek some new alternative, based on some exact computer analysis, of course, and taking into consideration elements of...
I don't believe this. God! Everybody in the know wants the show. They want to see the show. I have a contract. I have a contract. I want my... Where's my ears? I want my ears. Leave it alone. Leave it where it is. So that's what it is. Fuck! You're half human, remember? So that's how it is, huh? Just me, huh? Well, I've been in tougher spots before. No way am I gonna give up. I'd rather go down with the ship.
Now, look, you had a call from a margarine company. They said they'd call you.
Captain's log. Final entry. We have tried to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before. And except for one television network, we have found intelligence everywhere in the galaxy. Live long and prosper. Promise.
Hello everyone. Just doing another controller. Oh. I'm gonna make another real YouTube video someday about my film scanner, but I have to redesign everything first. Because why wouldn't I? Yes, they're even better raw. She left that home, never to return again. The same thing I do every night, Revolution 0x. Try to build controllers. They're even better raw. I was helping someone with a 3D printer, so a little later than I planned to, but I'm here now. I'm always on time. Uh-oh, I hear Bud angry pooping. From the creator of Angry Birds comes angry pooping. Toxicity. Oh yeah, I I find that channel very interesting. It's a great radio, so to speak, when I'm working from home. All right. Mark the right here on this side. I was only able to find black controllers on eBay. Or not eBay, Amazon. Angry poopin'. It's the new phone app that's sweeping the nation. Angry poopin'. Let's see here. We need these. We need a trigger. Oh shit, that reminds me, I gotta order more springs for my MasterCard tomorrow. I need some parts for my scanner, so I probably should order some springs while I'm at it. Although I don't know, I should probably just use up my spare springs, because this is actually the most expensive part, is the springs I get from a MasterCard. What is it, Bud? Are you a whiny wimp? Whiny wimp. Why are you being whiny? I fed you. I fed you delicious foods. What is it? Oh, poor Bud. He's a whiny wimp. What? The super glue won't open. What a rip. Ah, screw it. Where's my... Oh, here we go. the good brand. Get the good stuff. There we go. My favorite brand, Duro. What, are you gonna jump in your box of sleep or whatever? I can't find this brand at hardware stores anymore. You should order this off Amazon. That's the big plan. Stockpile man arms before the tariffs. Hot hard. Man arms? What's a man arm? What, controllers? Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. Us tariffs are just a big game of chicken. Okay. Yeah, I should probably let that dry a little bit first. Desoldering iron up to snuff. Super 80 at the bar. Yeah. One of the guys there bought his son a 3D printer for Christmas, but then Bamboo A1, but then it apparently stopped working, so he brought it in and we were working on it. I think it was like a calibration issue. It was like a first layer issue. So we got it printing good. And we printed a beer coaster. But then I came back because I had to go back to my home planet. It looks like you've got something to say. Yes, I do. Poochie died on the way back to his home planet. I got the Super 8 scanner pretty close. Now all I have to do is redesign everything. Because of course, mechanically, I'm like, well, I want to change this and this and this and this. What the hell? I don't know what the exact bill of materials would be. What's wrong with this thing? There's like a Raspberry Pi 5, which is probably the most expensive part. One stepper motor, then just use like a random 3D printer driver board. Using like an extra big tree tech I had laying around. Then, what else? Raspberry Pi high quality camera, plus the microscope attachment for it. Is this tip wore out? Very high tech. I got it down to about 600 milliseconds a frame, which is not bad. What the hell? $500 to $600? Oh, that's kind of expensive. Ugh, maybe this tip has had enough. That's not good. It's the PS. This PCB is all its fault. Come on. Ugh. Come on, Tip. Once more into the breach. You can do it. Old yellow dog. Super Pack 8 copies. Oh yeah. No, I don't see the point of that. Those had sound too. I don't have a way to get the sound. Maybe Tecmone could figure that part out. Tecmone. Come on, you're close. Oh, I have a sheet on the wall of all the possible nozzles you can buy. I guess I could use that as a reference. Come on, nozzle. One last mission. To the great adventure, Indy. I go first. Do not be sad, Dr. Jones. You will soon be joining him. The watch time thing? Well, yeah, because that's what YouTube likes most of all is how long people spend watching videos. All right. Let's see what we got. Guess I'll have to get one of those. Yeah, I know his LGR is posting more stuff again, so I guess he got his house stuff sorted out. Tecmone. You know, the worst is like when you're trying to watch like a YouTube tutorial on something simple, like how to do X effect in After Effects, and they drag the video out needlessly long just just to get the watch time. So I think in the old days it had to be 10 minutes to even be monetized at all. I think there's still some sort of criteria to that. It's like a double-spaced report for college. Like, oh, I gotta get the page count up. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, my electric screwdriver's upstairs. That's unfair. More yum. Oh, thank you, Vampire MSX. More yum yums for Bud. Bud, do you need more yum yums? Look at you. You're a big blob. Some cats are bobcats. You are a blob cat. Poor Bud. Yeah, remember when people used to swear on YouTube? Yeah, YouTube is like cigarettes or Grand Theft Auto. Like, they know a huge chunk of their viewers are children, but they can't admit it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, he was successful when he could just like swear and rant at the camera, but I guess he still does that, but I mean now you get dinged for doing that. I mean even like Angry Video Game Nerd, like I don't personally think Angry Video Game Nerd is like super talented. Like a lot of his humor is just him like chaining expletives together in different ways. It's not like it's high grade writing. But you know, he was successful at it. So do you think Angry Video Game Nerd would have taken off in like this present day like Veggie Tales no swearing YouTube? Oh, I should probably switch my iron tip too. Vampire X, you don't want to know the answer to that question. Yes, it is a rabbit hole. There is no escape. Dun, 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 dun. I've always wondered if I was ever at a convention that he was at. Maybe, because I know he's gone to some of the same conventions I've gone to, like E3 and MagFest. I saw Pat the NES Punk was at MGC a couple weeks ago, but I didn't say anything to him. Metal Jesus went to that one for a couple years, but yeah, the last couple years he didn't. John Hancock was there last year, and I think he said like Metal Jesus Jason was like too busy with videos on the YouTube treadmill. It's like this endless treadmill. I'm getting kind of tired of conventions. Also, MGC is like so expensive now. It's weird. Kind of feels like the friend who like becomes religious or marries some awful woman. It's like, who are you, man? You used to be cool, man. What happened? You sold out, man. Oh, yeah. Yeah, isn't it like the theory where like a lot of those guys like hype up games just to make their collections worth more? And then they're like, why did retro gaming get so expensive? I don't get it. Also, like every YouTuber who complained about $70 games, but then went out and pre-ordered the Switch too and all those $80 games. Yeah. You don't get to complain anymore. At least Jim Sterling is consistent where he's like, Nintendo has given the green light on greed. And he's right. The green light on greed. That's why a 12-pack of Pepsi costs as much as cheap beer now. The green light of greed. It's like the red badge of courage. Ugh. Oh, it's been a long day. Working on a new mode for Evil Dead today. Hero from the Sky. Yeah, Pepsi and Coke are absolutely 100% price gouging. It's like, no, the price of beer didn't change a whole lot with all this food inflation, but soda more than doubled. I still go to Kroger and it's like, I was just there like yesterday, I think, and it was like the 12 packs of Pepsi were $10.99, which is ridiculous. But it was like buy two get one free. It's like clearly they can't move them. It's like, here's an idea. Why don't you lower the frickin' price back to what it actually costs to make sugar water? The hidden gems. Hey, I would just like to remind everyone, I hated Nintendo before it was cool. So, you're welcome. What can I say except you're welcome? That would be funny to make like a parody video. It'd be like Bad Street Brawler, Hidden Gem, Nintendo Total Recall, Hidden Gem. I mean, I guess my vote for a hidden Nintendo gem would be Shadow of the Ninja. I actually sold my physical copy of it because it's actually like worth like $70 now. I'm like, well, see ya. Actually, I sold a bunch of my valuable Nintendo games. I sold like that, Mega Man 1, Bucky O'Hare, Mighty Final Fight. I was kind of triggered. Someone was like on eBay, like, "Is this Mega Man real?" It's like, of course it's real. I was there, Gandalf. The day the bravery of men failed. Cast Mega Man into the fire! No. The ring is mine. Hidden gem arcade games, like multimorphic force. I don't think there's like any. Haven't all the hidden gems been uncovered by Retro Jesus or Retro Metal Jesus Rocks? Well, yeah, Vampire, but they can like go after people who host ROMs and like basically turn them into lifelong indentured servants, and people still think they're a great company. Oh, Nintendo is so great. Help me, proprioception. James Pond, The Aquatic Games, hidden gem. Yeah, I definitely think Bad Street Brawler is a hidden gem. Let's get that thing to the moon. I heard you have a ROMs. Give me your ROMs. They do that scene in Inglourious Bastards, but it's Mario. Oh crap, I'm almost out of laser paint pieces. Or laser cut pieces. My laser tube is like overdue to like fail. I don't know if I can justify fixing it again. I don't use it that much. Maybe I could sell the carcass for a great price. It's kind of an old design now. Yeah, it was weird. There was one episode of Pat and Ian's podcast where they were complaining about this guy who went to an estate sale and put all the games into a bin, and I'm like, oh my god, I know that guy. It's Lance. It's like, as if they wouldn't do the same thing. They were just jealous. Also, it's NES, not NES. I don't care what anyone says. NES. It's like, you're going to waste your whole life saying NES when you could just say NES and cut out the middleman. Now, how much would you pay? I mean, they do realize, like, once a certain demographic of people age a certain amount, that all of those valuable games won't be worth anything because no one will give a crap. I mean, it's got to already be happening to some extent. I mean, the new nostalgia should be like GameCube, if I had to guess. Yeah, that always bothered me with Jim Sterling. Like, same thing. He would use like his $1 trillion he'd use his $1 trillion YouTube platform to complain about capitalism. It's like, you know what? Capitalism is why you can talk about video games on a format and make money for it. That doesn't happen in communist countries. I mean, I guess it could, but until they decide to shut you down. Like that one chick with the fake boobs. Ah. La da 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 da. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just video games. Guess what? Video games aren't important. They're just crap you play for fun. It's not like you're performing heart surgery on babies. It's like, it's just, who gives a crap? It doesn't mean anything. I don't know. I think if people were just more honest with themselves about stuff like that, the world would be a better place. No, I think it was at one of the Vintage Computer Fests. I remember someone was actually complaining about, I think it was LJR, because they're like, all he does is collect stuff. So they were trying to say that he wasn't like a real old school computer guy, but mean, he still brings a lot of awareness to it. Also, he's IRL. He's a really nice guy. LGR, I mean. Again, it's just YouTube. It's not like it's important. Yeah, they re-released Star Wars Episode 3 in theaters this weekend. It did like 25 million. That's crazy. See, it doesn't matter how many billion-dollar Iron Man movies make. They'll never have the memes that Spider-Man had or the prequel trilogy. Because we remember them. I don't know if that was on purpose, but yeah, it's weird. It's kind of funny to see George Lucas kind of get his revenge. Like, by the end, you'll wish for my return. Yeah, whatever, George, get out of here. We don't need ya. Oh yeah, the driverless car. Yeah, I didn't watch the video, but I saw it on my feed. Can I get this car to run Attack of the Petsky Robots? First I'll download the ROM. And there it is. Close-up mode. Well, remember, 8-Bit Guy started as the MacBook guy. Just like how AVGN was originally the angry Nintendo nerd. Even though he still only talks about Nintendo games. Sega Genesis? What's that? You know, I actually enjoy channels like Sega Lord X and Sharkopolis more than like the more mainstream vintage channels. I don't know why. Probably because they're like way more technical. Another one that I really like is Displaced Gamers. They talk about like code in like excruciating detail. But like, why were the sprites in Nintendo Strider so bad? Let's explain. Would highly recommend. An origin story. No, I was just here since the dawn of the internet. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. Look upon my works, ye mighty, and despair. There, stretched far across the dunes, nothing else remains. I brought you into this world, Dwight, and I can bring you out of it. Do you think Hollywood is like Awesome-O right now? It's like, we've just greenlit 900 video game movies, 800 of which have Jack Black in them. Singing. Tornado storms? You know, it was really, really windy here about 4 hours ago, so there's definitely something coming. What? I don't know. Because originally they said it was going to hit today. Alright, so... Bud, are you an orange mischief machine? Aw, poor Bud. He's asleep. I wish there was a service that would like pick up your animals and take them to old folks' homes during the day so you could not hear animals. Yeah, Jack Black was in the original commercial for Pitfall as a kid. Jim Henson's Jack Black Babies. Yeah, there you go. What other video game movies could they make with Jack Black? Or like what video game movie could have Jack Black in it and he would actually like fit? I'm trying to think of like who looks like Jack Black in a video game. What if we made a video game about Jack Black and then made a movie about it? Oh, that's great. That's great, Awesome-O. And how about this? Jack Black is in Castlevania or something. But first he has to become a boxer. Great, great. Laura Croft. He could be Larry Croft, the gender swapped version of Laura Croft. Earlier today I was asking ChatGTP to come up with a plot synopsis for a gender swapped remake of Ghost, which is a movie I'm frankly astonished they haven't remade yet. And then it was like, it had Zendaya as the main character. I'm like, oh yeah, perfect. It seems like that would actually be a pretty good way to make a movie. And they know it. That's why they're afraid. And then I was like, put in a climate change angle. And they're like, Zendaya is creating a brand new form of energy, but then she's murdered in a random robbery. And I'm like, whoa, 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 wait a minute. No, she would be murdered by big oil. I'm like, come on. You're never going to replace Hollywood like this. Does anyone even remember Ghost? Seems like that was like a big hit movie that didn't really stick in the collective consciousness at all. Kind of like Avatar. Oh yeah, Boogie Dark Wings. Yeah, it was a Paul Schaefer game at Double Fine. It was oh crap! It was like a rock and roll game. He was like a roadie. Oh crap! What was that called? Crap! Someone's got to remember it. It was like Fatal Wings or Full, but it wasn't Full Throttle, but it was something like that. Like, oh gosh, what was it called? Brutal? Wait, it was called Brutal Legend. Yeah, that's it. Yep. Well, there you go. I just hope Disney never realizes they own The Secret of Monkey Island. They probably cast like Ed Sheeran as Guybrush Threepwood because they're like, there's no other gingers in show business. How about Ron Howard? Yeah, but he's too old. I've got it. Doc Ock. New villain in town. I like it. Of course you do. Yeah, they made a sequel not that long ago, like the... Oh, what was it called? Like this... I don't remember what it was called. I think it was on Xbox. I played it on Xbox Live Arcade or not. What am I talking about? No, it was... Was it Game Pass? Ron Gilbert worked on it. Yeah, what was it? Whatever it was. It was it was like Legend of Monkey Island or something. And of course it tried to make... the secret of Monkey Island even more ambiguous. Apparently, like, the lore is Guybrush Threepwood just went to like an amusement park and then got hit in the head and now he's in a coma and he thinks he's in a pirate world. I think that's like the lore behind it. I don't know. There's always a coma involved. A ghost movie with Richard Dreyfuss as a pilot and Holly Hunter. I don't know. Bella's looking pretty old. There's no gingers left. There's been no work for gingers in Hollywood ever since Game of Thrones ended. The show that was affirmative action for gingers. They do have souls, right? I'm sure they do. Shooter McGavin did it? Wasn't he like the bad guy? Didn't he like get killed by like a plane of glass or something at the end? Oh, so anyway, the AI wanted to have Florence Pugh as the psychic. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. Because then like the male... Because of course it's gender swap. So the ghost is now a female. So like the male fiance could make out with Florence Pugh. That would be less weird. And then be like, screw my dead girlfriend. Oh, and then we were trying to figure out the best old song to use in it, like Unchained Melody, and I was like, well, it's got to be something from like 1990, and then I think it suggested like End of the Road by Boyz II Men. I'm like, oh yeah, because that was a big hit song back then. It's like poetry, it rhymes. But then you got to have like the modern day, what was that guy's name? Vincent Schravanelli, the guy who was a subway ghost. So you got to have like a modern version of him. Maybe that could be Danny DeVito. You're a ghost now. You all belong to me. I ain't got no body no more. Yeah, I've never really cared for Jack Black either. I never even saw. Well, because I don't care about Jack Black, so I never saw like School of Rock. I don't know. I just don't care. He was in Waterworld, like in one scene, when like the plane was attacking them, and she shoots the harpoon at the plane. Like the pilot was Jack Black. Oh, Jack Black as LeChuck? So that could work. Yeah. I like it. And then Jack Black, or LeChuck, suddenly has musical numbers. And you know who the governor of Melee Island is? Zendaya! Who's that dorky guy from The Boys? He'd probably be good as Guybrush Threepwood. Never Ending Story 2. What haven't we ruined yet? Well, you own this thing called The Secret of Monkey Island. Oh, sounds perfect. Let's ruin that. Zendaya, we need you to be in another movie. I'll pay you twice what those bastards at Warner's pay. Okay, thanks. Get Tom Holland for free. Wow, what a bonus. Oh, yeah, you're right. So Tom Holland could be Guybrush Threepwood. That would probably actually work. Oh, and the used boat salesman has to be Bob Odenkirk. Oh, this is sounding like a great movie. Oh, and then the Swordmaster could be what's her name? Oh, I'll probably mispronounce it. Oh, I don't even know how to pronounce her name. That black chick with like a name that's hard to pronounce. Like, what is it? Like, Naputo Nyong'o? She was like in, oh, she's in a bunch of stuff. Yeah, she'd be good as that. Yeah. I think this sounds like a great movie. I hope Disney never makes it. Does anyone even care about Monkey Island anymore? Nobody cares. A Halo 3 movie. I haven't seen Dune 2 yet. I thought the first one was pretty good, but I didn't think it was like the greatest movie ever or anything. I mean, it's... I don't know. It's kind of the same old story as every one of those. I mean, all of those movies have the same story. Like Princess of Mars, Avatar, Fern Gully, Dune. It's always like, oh, who will save us? Oh, look, it's some random white dude who got assimilated by our culture. It's always this Tarzan, Fern Gully, Avatar, Dancing with Wolves. The trope is technically called white savior, just so you know. Yeah. You can look it up on Jezebel.com. All right, time for our first test. All I want to know with Dune 2 is if... I heard Christopher Walken's in it, so as the Emperor. So I'm like, okay, he does say the spice line, right? I mean, he has to. How can you not do that? Sean Young was in that movie? Oh, that was back when she was young. Now she's Sean old. Yeah, you know, kind of was unfortunate. Like when they finally made a Princess from Mars movie, like the tropes of that movie had been aped so many times by other movies. The original felt like a derivative. Sean old. Nice owl. Is it real? Of course not. Must be expensive. Very. Rachel's not like the other replicants. She will never die. How long will she last? I don't know. Also, I'm a replicant, I guess. Who knows? Yeah, John Carter was okay. Just joined in Milwaukee. Have the storms hit you out west there? I'm only like an hour west of Milwaukee. I don't know. I'm in my basement right now. I don't know. The only thing, I mean, it was really windy earlier. Like when I went to the bar to help that guy with his printer, it was really windy, like around 5 o'clock. But I don't know. Maybe I'll go get a beer after I get, and I can see if it's raining outside, but I don't think it is. Now I'll have to mow my lawn for the first time. Yeah, I've been spending like a lot of weekends working on my printer project or my scanner project because I'm like, well, we're not quite to like outdoor chore season yet, so might as well blow my weekends while I can. Mars can only be saved by a white dude from the casino. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he like walked into a cave or something, and then it's like, oh, it's a mystical transporter to Mars. Yeah, I do know. I got a letter from the insurance company. They're like, your roof is now 15 years old, therefore it is no longer covered for damage. It's like, oh, great. Actually, we had like a big hail. Southwest Wisconsin had a big hailstorm like a week or two ago. Like, I know a guy who had to put in an insurance claim for his siding because it got... Yeah, someone like took a picture. There was like 2.5-inch hail balls. They actually took a picture of it next to a tape measure, so it was like legit 2.5 inches. I will go take a rain break. Well, not that long. I'm just gonna go upstairs. Let's see. Let's do gray and whatever color I have printed. You have whatever color you want, as long as it's something I have printed. Yeah, there you go. That's who should save Mars. My friend, in a few minutes, you won't give a fuck about the people. Oh, the camera's on. I don't think I ever heard Ben say the F word. Well, yeah, not on YouTube. But I don't monetize these streams, so I don't care. Because they say they only ding you if you swear in the first 15 seconds, but I don't believe it. Remember when LGR found a computer at a thrift store and he opened it up and there was a folder called porn on it, and YouTube OCR'd it through the video and dinged the video? It's like, they are like, yeah. It's like VeggieTales tube. Oh, did you get a metal roof? I got a hover round scooter at no cost to me. What are you doing, bud? Are you an awake cat? Awake cat. Are you the best cat on YouTube? Oh yeah, that's true. Oh man, I need to make build a new one of those. I need to make Game Badge 4. Just didn't have time last year. too busy coding the #1 rated game on Pinside. Who knows how long it'll stay there? Probably like a week. Back to the Future show? Yeah, I seem to remember that. You have to use your hands? That's like a baby's toy. Shut up, Frodo. You know what's crazy to think about? More time has passed between now and the making of Lord of the Rings than Elijah Wood being in Back to the Future 2 and the Lord of the Rings. Ooh, mind blown. Morty's Mindbenders. Think you do something different for sometimes I do different things. I don't know. You know what? Okay. It's like I still do coding full time. So it's like, okay, well, I want to do something like this. I have to do it like at night, which I prefer not to do, but I'm still doing it. So the streams they're kind of for me too. It kind of makes working on a weeknight less shitty. So yeah. No, like if I don't have controllers to build, like I think we did like a 3D design episode a couple weeks ago, and then we did some video game episodes, but usually I have one of these to build. I mean, it's slowed down, but it's still, yeah, it's probably like 2 a month at least. It used to be like 3 a week, but all right, let's see. Boogie Darklings. Yeah. It's like all those like YouTube locals are all just speedrunning disability. Ben said ironically while building a controller for people with disabilities. Oh yeah, I finished the Great... Oh God, probably like back in December. Ah, it was pretty good. My only regret is like... Well, not regret, but the last area of the game, I kind of wish you were inside of the thing that's featured. Try not to do any spoilers. It's like, oh man, I want to like run around inside of that thing. So that was kind of disappointing. Also, the last fight was kind of overly difficult. And also kind of dumb. But overall, great game. Fewer people losing limb. Well, I think a bigger reason is that A, the Xbox consoles don't sell very well. Also, the economy is getting worse. Like, I sold tons of these in 2020. And also, I don't have a PlayStation 5 version. I've tried on a couple occasions, and they just keep changing their controllers too much. But yeah, I mean, yes, a lot of people... One thing that I learned about the second Iraq war was there was so much infrastructure. You know how they had, like, basically they built cities in Iraq? It's like, oh, I'm in the middle of a war, and I'm going to go to Pizza Hut. The infrastructure was so insane that it was like one of the most, or it was like the most survivable war in history. So people who would have died of their injuries in the past were survived because of the insane triage. But then that also created a record number of people with disabilities because they survived, but, you know, they had chunks blown off of them.
There's like, well, just like in general, like there's been like a huge like, the technology of like triage has improved like quite a bit, just in like the last 25 years, and that war probably has something to do with it. So, like if that like Jeremy Renner, the Avengers guy who got run over by a snowblower, if that would have happened like 25 years ago, he would not have survived. So like the survivability of stuff in general has gone way up because of technology and just how they do things. So remember, like when you had like wars 100 years ago, like gangrene killed as many people as bullets. Yeah, it's kind of like, I don't know, Xbox just kind of blew it. Like, the Xbox One, like... Well, sales-wise, like... In the end, the PlayStation 3 sold just about the same as the Xbox 360, so... Despite the early lead, in the end, it averaged out. Like, if the PlayStation 3 hadn't launched at $100 extra and, like, with a weird architecture... Like Xbox, that's probably the main thing that helped Xbox. Well, and it was a year earlier. But then they flipped it. Then they're like, okay, we're going to make our console $100 more expensive. And then, yeah, like with the Xbox One. I mean, that's happened so many times, like the Sega Saturn. Like, there's like this famous, like, I think it's like E3 or CES or whatever it was, like 2000 or 1994, and they're like, oh, the Sega Saturn is going to launch next year in America at $400. And the Sony guy gets on stage and all he says is $299. And everyone like goes crazy. I mean, it's, well, I don't know. Nintendo always seems to like trick people, but historically, I mean, that's, I would think the Switch 2 might have the same problem where it's like, oh, it's way more money and it's not that great, and I don't know. You can definitely price gouge yourself and then your wax wings fall off. Alright. Yeah, like, exclusive titles this generation have been, just, there haven't hardly been any. Like, there's so many games that they still make games for, like, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. There aren't that many exclusives. I'm gonna say it's like PlayStation 5 might have, like, 20. It's, if you look it up, it's, like, way lower than you'd actually think. It's kind of crazy. It's like, why are people even buying these things? I mean, one of the reasons I got a Xbox Series X was, for me, I'm kind of tired of like every Sony game trying to be a goddamn movie. It's like they design gameplay around making you stop and listen to their dialogue so they can try and get an HBO show, which I guess worked for at least one of them. Actually, no, there's a God of War show being made now too. It's like they design the gameplay around dialogue. I hate that. It's a freaking video game, not a novel. It's like, oh, Nathan Drake, looks like we gotta climb up this wall. So there's like 20 minutes of climbing. Nathan, I remember when I first met you and your brother. Blah, 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 blah. Or, boy, you will learn to be a man like your mother wanted you to be. Blah, blah, boy, boy. Blah, 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 blah. They designed the game around delivering dialogue. I'm so sick of that shit. It's one of the reasons I got an Xbox. Oh yeah, Parappa the Rappa. Why don't they bring that back? Yeah, I miss like overtly Japanese games. Like, I mean, I know they still make them, but there's not that many mainstream well, I mean, even the Nintendo games don't seem that Japanese to me. I mean, stuff like Metal Gear, you know, where it's like so Japanese, but it's like, actually, yeah, what was the last one? Metal Gear 5? That was like the last game I remember playing where I'm like, man, this game is so Japanese and it's great. I mean, Death Stranding, was that made in Japan? I never played it. It looked like it was too Hideo Kojima for me. Directed by Hideo Kojima. Technology director, Hideo Kojima. Texture artist, Hideo Kojima. Creator of Police Knots, Hideo Kojima. Oh yeah, like the budget of games is like getting out of control. That's really what's killing the industry. Same thing with Hollywood. It's just so goddamn expensive. It's like I think like the losses in Hollywood are like far worse than they're like letting on, because they don't want people to realize how bad it is. It's like, I'm sorry, you know, like, a movie doesn't have like three rounds of reshoots and be delayed a year and then still only cost $250 million. That's just a falsehood. The other thing where, like, when they make movies using the British tax credits, obviously, you know, tax dollars should go to Hollywood. Obviously, that's great, use the tax dollar money. But a lot of times, like, they'll reveal, like, what movies actually cost. And actually, that happened with John Carter of Mars. Like when the tax billings were released for that movie, that's when they realized it was, like, the biggest bomb in Disney history. But, I don't know, it's probably been worse stuff since. Or like, they would say, oh, Doctor Strange 2 was $200 million, and then they get, like, the tax fines, like, oh no, it had 6 weeks of reshoots, and it ballooned to, like, $400 million. Or, like, I think one of the, like, Pirates of the Caribbean 4 from, like, 2011 was, like, $400 million in 2011. It's just nuts. Like, yeah, there's no way you're, like, reshooting a movie a bunch of times and delaying it a full year, and there's no way the budget's not just becoming astronomical, like Aquaman 2 or the new Captain America or Snow White. Like, you know, there's no way those budgets are anywhere close to what they're actually saying. It's just insane. It's like, they used to, like, write the script a bunch of times and then shoot the movie once. Now they write the script once and then shoot the movie 5 times. Alright, we just need to put the D-pad on. Oh, no, I did not throw anything at the screen for the chicken jockey. Hey, at least people are going to the movie theaters, and I worked in a theater once, and, like, seeing those people, like, destroying the auditoriums, it's like, oh my god. Can you imagine having to clean that up? Ugh. I Am Steve. Is I Am Steve a meme? Is that like, or did it only become a meme when Jack Black said it? You're such a D-pad. Maybe Jack Black could say that in the next video game movie he's in, which will probably come out next week. Alright, I guess I need a new... Now, this nozzle's lasted me a while. It's not like this nozzle doesn't owe me anything. Oh, crap. Where's my nozzle removing tool? I guess I can just use pliers. It goes this way, right? Oh, yeah. Oh, that thing is pretty roached. Looks like it was rode hard. Oh, look, there's a new nozzle underneath. It was rode hard and put away wet. Oh, looks like it was 1 millimeter. You D-pad. Oh, yeah. What are some other Jack Black lines that he could say and the theater would go nuts? What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets. Ah, he said the line! Oh, I've got one. Jack Black can be Senator Armstrong from Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. I made it the fuck up! Ah! Ugh. Now, this thing just needs to be replaced. These actual size? Okay, this one was, well, the rod was 1 millimeter, so this would have to be at least 1 millimeter. Oh, maybe it's that one. That one looks pretty close. N6109. Well, actually, yeah, the hole would be a little bit bigger than the rod because, yeah. Guess I'll have to look up what to get. Jack Black the Predator. But the Predator doesn't have any lines of dialogue. That's not gonna work. But Fantastic Four and Superman? I don't know. I mean, I don't really give a crap about any superheroes anymore. I mean, I think not Jack Black. I think James Gunn is, like, absolutely wrong for a Superman movie. He's just way too nihilistic. Like, in some alternate universe, like, they let Brad Bird make a Superman movie and it would be amazing, but I just don't know. I mean, I just don't... Nihilism. I think a nihilistic Superman is going to go over like a lead balloon in 2025. I guess we'll find out. Jack Black is the new Paul Blart. I guess. And in every movie, his beard gets longer. The Newlywed Game logo? Kind of looks like the Walmart logo, too. And they make the Walmart logo like this dumb flower. It's like, oh, look, we're not an evil corporation anymore. Our logo is a smile. I'm just looking forward to like the late stage capitalism battle between Walmart and Amazon. Because you know that's Amazon's end game, is to like be the only place. Good boy. Good boy. Bean feet. Do you have bean feet? Eat this. No. Look, now you're a Minecraft creature. Maybe they can make a sequel to The Pick of Destiny. Obviously, that's what everybody wants. Hey, 1 hour, 37 minutes? That was fast. Oh, there he goes. Yes, Boogie Darkwing, that was, what was it? I think it's only like in the theatrical cut. Yeah, they revealed that the Wayland Yutani Corporation was bought by Walmart. Which is probably what would happen. What is it? A Blatz? No, I just got some High Life. I'm trying to cut back on carbs so I don't look like Jack Black, but I don't know. Beer is just carbs. Well, this is High Life. I don't know. Jack Black Predator musical. I don't know. No, I'm not really feeling it. I think there's other things we can put Jack Black into. What is it, mewing cat? I'm gonna pick you up. Oh, look how big you are. You're a big greasy goober. Are you a greasy goober? You greasy goober. Greasy goober. Are you a greasy goober? Oh, you are big. Oh, ow. No, Bud is named after my Uncle Bud, not a shitty beer. Bud is a watered-down cat. Sonnet Shoe, the music. Hey, you know, that could be a good horror movie. It'd be like The Ring. Yeah, I got... God, when did I get this Heiko? 5 or 6 years ago? So that's not too bad for this nozzle. I will order a new one. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I gotta check out my screw supply. Let's see. Trigger frames.
9/16. Half inch. I probably have more half inch. This is very technical. The 256 9/16 Xbox things. That one's pretty low. Well, this one, I got plenty of these. Analog cap is 2 per. 4 3/8, half inch of these. That's not special. Jack Black in a movie about Jack Black playing cards. Oh, that sounds like Jack Blackception. Well, a lot of people just play themselves in movies. I mean, Jack Nicholson, for instance. Yeah, I still have the original nozzles on my MakerBot somehow. It still works. I need to figure out something to do with my Maker gear. I need to like give it a new brain because it's kind of obsolete. But right now I've only got, what am I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I only have 6 3D printers right now. And one of them, well, what is it called? The Ender 3v3. After I changed the hot end of the nozzle, it's been a little inconsistent, so I'm kind of worried about that. But I like that printer because it doesn't F around like the Bamboo does. It just prints. Oh yeah, I've got that. I've got all sorts of crap. Here's some of my metric. Oh, I've got bins and bins and bins and bins of everything. Actually, I need to order like these socket caps because I'm redesigning my scanner and I'm making sure everything's metric. I mean, most of it was, but these socket caps are kind of a pain in the butt because some of these have different, like this bin. There's different socket sizes or hex sizes. That's a pain in the butt. Some of these are Phillips. So I'm ordering a bunch of Phillips for the scanner. I also need like some stuff like a 35mm M3 and a 35mm M50, I think. So I need to put that in my MasterCard order. Oh yeah, there's tons of stuff here. Oh yeah, here's another one. Look at this. This one's chocked with gills. This is all Imperial. Yeah, like I think I've got bags and bags of these 440 half inch, so probably don't need any more of those. So you got to make sure I never drop this. If I'm designing something where most of the parts are metric, like that scanner, then I do everything in metric. What is it? Meow? Still couldn't get this one to work. It almost works. Should probably just salvage it for parts. The screen is the most valuable part. Use every part of the buffalo, bud. Hot ass from a buffalo. What are you looking at, bud? Are there ghosts or something? I hope not. I don't like ghosts. Ghosts piss me off. Yeah, don't they use miles in England? for some dumb reason.
I don't know. To repeat a rant I love to rant about, like if aliens came to Earth, they would think the metric system was almost as dumb as the imperial system because 10. And oh, what's a gram based off of? Well, water, of course, the most important element in the universe. Yeah, what, a gram is what, like 1 cubic millimeter of water? I think that's how it works. So it's still based off our fingers and water, which our fingers are made of. Kind of selfish. Why is film in metric? I don't know. It always has been, though. Well, you know what's weird? The film width is metric, but the length is always feet. Because it's like, oh, we shot 100 feet today, or you know, we got 5 feet left in the camera before we run out of film. Like, there was something I was looking at something. Was that a McMaster car? It was like they were selling like 5mm rods, but then the length was listed in inches. And I'm like, oh my god, this would trigger people in Europe so bad. Yeah, Kelvin makes sense because it's based off of because it's based off of atomic movement. So yes, 0 would be the same to us as an alien. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, what is that? That's a NAND gate. I don't know why that's there. I gotta bring back that looking mat. Yeah, it's a NAND gate because you can see the like, little circle right there. That's 35mm film, Duckfall. Thank you very much. Which is weird because 16 and 35 aren't divisible into each other. Because 8mm is just half of 16. Like the original 8mm films, like the one that the Zapruder film was, it was a 16mm film and a camera, and then you'd shoot one half of the frame, then you'd flip it over, then you'd shoot the other half of the frame, which gave you 2 different 8mm frames, just going in different directions. But then the sprocket holes would be on the same side. So when you projected it, the sprocket holes are all on one side. Like a Bolex camera, I think they called those. So that was what 8mm was before Super 8. The sprocket size was different. Those sprocket holes were bigger on regular 8. Yeah, bud, I'm almost done. Then, God, you're like a woman. Oh, we gotta go to bed. Ugh. Stop playing video games. Come here, bud. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. He's sitting outside the lab area, just like looking at me. Yeah, I'm almost done. I got a bunch of like these combined reels. So I didn't realize is I have to take splices into account. So my original film gate was fixed. It has like 4. I guess I can cut my thumbnails now that I've built something. There's like 4 pieces to it, and the second version, the back pieces could open like this, but then you'd put a cap over it so it'd be locked. So then when a spliced piece of film came through, it could get stuck. That's not usually a problem with the 3-inch reels, but like these compilation reels, these are like typically 6 to 7 3-inch reels combined, and they would have a problem. So this morning I printed up like a half sample. Nope. Probably gonna go here pretty soon because project was built. I'm just gonna finish up this beer, but yeah. So originally there was like 4 of these, like 1, 2, 3, 4 fixed, and then you'd shoot the film or you'd photograph the film with a microscope through here. And so I did this because you still have to have the film be flat, right? But then I made this rocker arm so that if a splice comes through, it will adjust. So this will be wrapped with a microfiber cloth, as will this pressure drum here. So the film is always touching microfiber. So and then there's a little spring there. So now that I know, well, I mean, this should work. I'm pretty sure this will work. I just got to make sure this is loose enough. So I'll take this and I'll mirror it so there'll be another one on this side, right? So to load the film, you'll need to pull both of these up, and then you'll put the film here, and then there will be a cap, which is why you've got these posts here. And so and actually I'm going to reverse it, so the film will come this way. So it'll move in the same direction as a projector. So in Super 8, that's from the right to the left. Yeah. Because before, I think, yeah, I was doing like one of the, I think it was like the old Cars reel, and there was a splice. Because it was always getting stuck at like the 80% mark. And then when I looked at it, I realized there was a splice, which is tape, basically. So it makes it thicker. So if you're assuming like 0.15 millimeters or whatever the film is, and if it's a splice on both sides, it would probably almost triple it in thickness. Yeah. So if I have any hope of doing a full 7-inch reel, I need to account for splices, which is what this is. It's pretty. I mean, this spring, because you always have to have springs always have to be under some tension. Well, I guess with the film in there it would be, because it would actually be about like that. Because you'd have, this would have microfiber, this would have microfiber, and then you have it would probably be about like that. So like right there is pretty much under no tension, but it would be this amount of tension. So it should accommodate for that. So I had to do all this just to deal with splices. Remove insert for Super 8 usage, but this is Super 8. 122 reels? Holy crap. She was overjoyed to never watch them. Yeah, you know, I actually used a similar analogy when I was telling Spooky that they had to have a lower playfield on the Evil Dead game. I'm like, well, they're all kids there now, so none of them will ever get married. But it's like a videographer at your wedding. You're never gonna watch it, but if you don't hire them, people are gonna wonder why you didn't. Same thing with a lower playfield on an Evil Dead game. Yeah, the AT China console was cool. I haven't had as much time lately. So yeah, we got this. Oh, and this is the one. This was the one with Renee and Dennis's wedding with the frogs. So this is before I was born. Then another vacation. I don't think we watched this one yet. And me again, because obviously I'm the favorite kid. What's this? Oh, we did watch this one. Wisconsin Dells, of course. Yes, there's no compilation reels of my sister, or maybe there are. My mom didn't give them to me yet. But so these are about 20 minutes. So, well, the other thing I had to change was since I was taking up the film. Well, yeah, there's also a. Oh yeah, look at this. So it's not even wound that tightly. But since I was taking up the film with a stepper motor instead of a sprocket advance, you have to keep track of the diameter, because that's actually because it changes. And so what I realized is if you're doing a direct drive with, even if you have stealth chop, which can kind of do 256 steps, really you're still effectively 16 microsteps. So if you have the starting diameter circumference, the starting diameter is 31.3 millimeters, so that's like what, 96 approximately, 94, and it's 94. So that's your circumference, but every time you rotate it, you increase the diameter by the film times thickness times 2. So the problem is, if you direct drive one of these, by the time you get out to the end of it, you'd be down to like, because you have to change the rate at which you rotate the spool. So when you start out, you're at 4.234 millimeters per movement, which is the sprocket hole distance. But every rotation that goes down slightly. And even on a 3-inch reel, it goes down to like 2.4 millimeters. So for one of these, it would get even lower. And the problem is if you have a fixed amount of steps per millimeter. Basically, it means your positional accuracy would get lower the farther you go. So one of the things I did was I added a 3-to-1 belt ratio on it, which I think should be enough to accurately scan one of these, but I won't know until I try. And the other problem I ran, I was working on Saturday, I think. I had this library that was doing the, it was accessing the Pi camera, like using the lib camera library. But there was some stuff about it that I had to fix, like how it was accessing the sensor. So it was like it was trying to reinitialize the sensor on every frame. So I found a way to not do that, but you still have to take a slower exposure because it's 4K. So the total cycle time, including moving the film, got down to 600 milliseconds. So you'd be looking at what would that be? Like 32 minutes for a 3-inch movie. So that means one of these would be like what? What, 3.5 hours? Ugh. Yeah, I don't know about that. But the idea with the scanner is that you don't actually use the sprocket holes. So you don't put the film itself under mechanical stress. And it works pretty good, just tracking the sprocket holes and figuring out how to move it from there. I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, maybe, but then you would need 2 motors, because you would need one motor to move the sprocket holes. And then you would need another motor to take it up, and then you'd have to have some way of like analyzing the slack so you knew when to take it up. So you'd still have to do this math. And I think Marlin firmware is accurate like 3 decimal places, which is probably enough. But yeah. But yeah, once I get this working, then the next one is gonna be my automatic wet cat food dispenser. Basically the Doc Brown invention. But I have to make it actually feasible, unlike the Doc Brown invention. So yeah. Oh, just a few sips of beer left. Yeah, I probably make more than a teacher at a vocational school. Plus, I'm way too based to be a teacher, let's be honest. Maybe in the 80s it would have flown. You know, the funny thing is like, I'm doing all this work to scan this immutable image into data that could be destroyed by a solar flare. Yeah. Alright, bud. I think it's time to say goodbye. Well, yeah, because if you just talk about shit into like a screen, that's one thing. But if you're actually trying to like get like multiple kids to learn, like they're all going to learn at different paces, so it would probably be really frustrating. Yeah. Oh wow, drop frames 0%. Nice. Yep, thanks to everyone who stopped by. Yeah, I guess we'll see what's going on next week. Bud, do you want to say goodbye to the camera? Aw, poor Bud. Nobody loves him. Are you an abandoned cat? Were you raised on the mean streets? The mean streets of Janesville? In the streets of Janesylvania, doo-doo-doo. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. All right, that's all he'll take. Ah! All right, goodbye, everybody. Do some soldering. I just did a bunch of soldering. All right, later, everyone. Bye-bye.